It's like you don't want to waste your money, you want to have a chic wardrobe, but you don't want to like buy something that you're not really going to wear and it's just going to be a waste of your money. So it's like, where do you start? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Jordan, Little Miss JB, style engineer by day, but your pear-shaped shorty style guru 24/7, okay? And I'm here with another video, and we are talking fall essentials to build a really good wardrobe, right? Like, what are the pieces that are really worth spending that money on, that you're gonna get a lot of wear out of, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. Before we get into it though, if you have not already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on the bell notification. You don't wanna miss a video, okay? You wanna know what's new in, you wanna know what's worth your money, you wanna know how to maximize your dollars and your wardrobe, and you wanna look good. And once you know you look good, you can focus on really improving the other areas of your life. And that's what I want to help you do. So what are the fall essentials? Like, what do you buy if you only can really get a couple of pieces that are gonna look good, are gonna look chic, really get you put together, and you're gonna wear year after year, right? And are really worth the value. So I'm gonna start with outerwear, and the very first thing is a good trench coat, okay? And you don't have to do like the basic beige one, although that is fine, but the reason that a good trench coat really actually is a great investment is it's something you're gonna wear, and there's just so many different options. I have this navy one that honestly, even though I don't wear all the time, it comes in so clutch, and I'm glad that I have it. And they come in so many different colors and patterns, like this leather trench coat that I also have, and this is a statement, and that is what makes something really an essential, because it comes in so many different varieties that you can find one that's gonna work for your style. So if you're really into neutrals, yes, do the classic cream, do a classic beige or a brown, but if you really want to add some personality, have a fun color, have some really cool texture like leather. Do not be afraid to really give those things a try, and a leather trench coat is just really worth that money. The second thing, a blazer. Okay, look, blazers are a year-round staple, okay? Whether you are like a professional 9-to-5, or you just are someone who likes to be put together and chic, a blazer always is the answer. Like, you just can't go wrong. And again, just like the trench coat, there's so many different options, right? There's different colors, there's different cuts. Like, if you want to be sexy, you have like crop style blazers like this one here, you know, really highlight the curve. If you need to be a little bit more professional, some really nice fitted blazers like this are a really great option. There are just so many different options out there that like you cannot go wrong. If you're wondering where to start though, personally, like a classic tan, you cannot go wrong. It's a great fall color. You can mix and match in so many different ways. And then also consider like a fun print. Personally, houndstooth and plaid are really safe go-tos, especially for the fall. They're gonna be something you wear year after year after year. And the only thing you need to keep in mind is just the color, like what colors you like to wear. So if you're not into like grays, you know, don't do gray. If you like brown, wear brown. So just keep that in mind as you're picking your essentials. Make it true to you and your personal style by understanding the colors that you like to wear. 3 is like a shacket or a flannel, okay? I grew up in Wausau, Wisconsin. Flannels, like in high school, were the wave as soon as it got to be fall. And honestly, a shacket is just like, and I don't mean this in a rude way, a less country version of a flannel, right? You throw it on over something. It's a really great layering piece. It's not too heavy. It's that like, it's like a half step between like an actual jacket, but not too heavy, okay? So if you're wondering where to start, think about your proportions here. If you don't really have curves, about any style is really gonna work. You're not gonna have to worry about where it stops. If you're a little bit more curvy, honestly, anything that goes past the widest part of your hips is gonna work for you, okay? If you're thinking you wanna minimize, dark colors like brown and dark patterns are great. If you're really not worried about it, have fun. Something white like the faux shearling, that's gonna be so fun. There's a lot of different options again here that really work no matter what your style is, whether you're casual or you're trying to be a little bit dressier. Moving into tops, the only must-have top I would say for fall is a fitted sweater, okay? And here is why. A fitted sweater, you can do so much with. One, you can wear it on its own, and it's gonna look fun, it's gonna look great, but then you can layer it under a lot of things. So you can layer it under like your slip dresses, you can layer it underneath a jumpsuit. It's really awesome. Obviously layering it under any kinds of outerwear. So a fitted sweater is really fun, and it's super easy to style, and that's why I say a fitted sweater versus a chunky sweater. Because it's not that chunky sweaters aren't timeless, they really are, but they're just a little bit harder to style. So if you're not sure where to start here, a black sweater, a white sweater, really classic, tan, or even an orange, that's really fun for fall. You really can't go wrong as long as it's a color you like to wear and you know you're gonna wear. A fitted sweater really is one of those pieces that just is a must. Before we get into the rest of it, I'm so curious, what are your go-to fall pieces when you kind of look back, especially now that we have social media, and you can kind of observe like how you used to dress? What is something that you find yourself wearing year after year after year? I'm super curious. Comment below. So moving into bottoms, there are really two kind of bottoms that I recommend. One is a good pair of jeans, and this is about personal preference here. I'm not one who likes 100% cotton, so I like things with stretch. I'm not gonna dictate the style because again, that's personal preference. I will say something that is gonna be timeless is a good pair of like wide leg jeans in black. This is just something that literally goes with anything. You can dress up, you can dress down. It's always gonna be chic because black is just a chic neutral color that you can't go wrong with. But don't be afraid to do blues and whites and other colors as well. But I would say like an essential would be a good black jean. The second bottom essential for me, leather. I'm not gonna dictate whether it's a skirt or a pant. Personally, I love leather. I feel like it's just so fun and it is like the quintessential fall texture, right? Personally, a good pair of leather pants. I have cream, I have black, I have brown. They just work. I will say, again, this is gonna be about personal comfort, so this might not be an essential for everybody, but I have found year after year after year, I buy some version of a leather pant. So if you can find one in a fit that you feel really, really comfortable and confident in, that's gonna be a really great wardrobe essential. It adds a little bit more texture, which keeps your outfits from being boring, and it's just super fun. Moving into accessories, I will say honestly, there are two kind of accessories that are a must for me for fall. One is a good boot, and preferably ankle boots. I love a good ankle boot. It doesn't have to have heels, but I like to have heels. Any good ankle boot is gonna be great. I will say avoid this style. I see it everywhere, and honestly, it is not as flattering as people make it out to be. And it's really unfortunate because I know why people wear it. A lot of companies don't make good ankle boots for people with calves. Like I even have this struggle, and I am by no means like oversized, and I don't mean that as like a flex or anything, but even I struggle with finding boots that have a wide enough calf because I work out. So I will say that I know this is a really easy choice, but honestly it's not the chicest. I would say something like this, especially with this notch cutout, is gonna be like super timeless. It's gonna make your legs look nice and elongated if you can find the right style. Right now what's really big is these chunky boots, and I will say that this honestly does have staying power, especially if you're an outdoorsy person. I just bought a pair from ASOS. I love, love, love them. So this is something I would highly recommend, especially if you're like an outdoorsy person. If you're not, something like this is gonna be super, super timeless. I'm not gonna commit you to a color, I never am, because that's all such personal preference. Black and brown are really safe, but I have tons of patterns, I have tons of color, especially because I love monochrome. And that's why I say a good ankle boot is always fun, because I will always reach for it to kind of polish off my monochrome outfits no matter what color I'm wearing. Here are just some honorable mentions for fall essentials. Some kind of raincoat, okay? Like whether it's a parka, a poncho, a cape, I don't care. I live in Michigan, it rains, it's miserable, but you don't wanna let that keep you from like being outside and having fun. So a good raincoat that you feel comfortable in that really does protect you is a must. Another one is a hat. It gets cold, and now that I've cut off my hair, it's just like, I'm surprised how cold my head gets. I will say like I'm a wide brim hat person, and now that I have shorter hair, it's like I can rock my bucket hats and I can rock beanies. So a good hat also can go a really, really, really long way, especially for fall, and it really just packs a punch. Like that's one of those things you see a lot of people mention is like the rule of 3, and a lot of people overlook like a hat as like the third item to really make an outfit pop. And the last honorable mention, just some mittens. I will say I'm really prone to getting like cold, even like working from home in my house. Having just a good pair of just like cute little mittens, cute little gloves, something to kind of keep your hands protected, especially as it starts to get colder, and keep them nice and moisturized because we're still washing our hands because COVID. So having some gloves actually will really help you like keep the moisture in your hands, keep them from getting dry, and of course, keep you warm. So that is it. Those are fall wardrobe essentials that you really cannot go wrong with if you spend your money on it. You are not gonna regret it. I promise, I promise, I promise. And one last thing I really wanna remind you of, you really can pull anything off. I don't think anyone tells you this enough. There's really nothing that you can't pull off. It's really just a matter of how much work and effort you want to put into it. And you really need to own that. You really need to say, you know what, I'm going to put in this effort and make this work. Or hey, I don't want to put in this effort. And that is okay too, because you look amazing and you deserve to feel amazing. And when you dress well, you feel better. And when you dress in a way that you like, you're gonna feel better. So do not be afraid to take some risks, to really own your style, because it's really gonna help you grow your confidence, which is gonna help you make better decisions. You're gonna waste less money, and you're gonna build a style you love, and you can tackle the other areas of your life with confidence, boo. Okay, I promise, I promise, I promise. With that, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button because you vibe with your girl and you do not want to miss a video. If you found this helpful, I actually have a newsletter you should subscribe to, and I share new ins, affirmations, ways to wear, really just maximizing your wardrobe, helping you find the right pieces to build your confidence, and that way you can really grow in the other areas of your life. Also, you can follow me on the other social media channels. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram, even more outfit inspo, and have in-app exclusive content, so make sure that you're checking me out there. And again, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.